Hi everyone, I spoke about two aspects of a romantic relationship in the last video, mutuality and nature of the relationship, and to see how are we continuing and do we really want to be in that relationship. So today what I'm going to add is certain tips or understanding of to do things what we can when you are in such a confusion of identifying a relationship. So the first and foremost important thing becomes communication about how are you feeling when you are with that person, communication about your expectations. Sometimes we just want the other person to understand us without letting them know what do we need from them. So it's very important that we communicate our needs and our feelings to them, and then mutually two of you come together and see what can be done and how things can be resolved. The next is sometimes when we are too enmeshed in each other, then it becomes hard to see things objectively. So you could bring a third person in the relationship to help you understand the dynamics. Probably an older person who have much more experience and understanding, or a therapist, or a very close friend whom you trust would give a neutral perspective to the relationship. That might also help. The next thing is spending some quality time with each other, which could add on a lot of fruitful moments and memories and bring the two of you closer. Another thing is writing down things. Sometimes when communication is very difficult and we don't know what to do, sitting with your pen and diary and writing down the things about how do you feel in this relationship, what is it that you expect, what are certain situations that you're unable to forget, and that have left you with um, difficult feelings, and what could you do about that. So write that down, and also write down that what do you want from that other person, so that it gives you clarity of just knowing what's happening in the present. The next tip that I want to give you is about in lines with mutuality. So, sitting together and stating how do we look at this friendship or relationship together. What you, what are the likes, what are the dislikes, how much can we change, how much can we not change. Are there parts of your personality which you think or the other person thinks cannot be changed? Then are you willing to accept that? If not, what is the next step? Next thing, which is very, very important, is giving some time out in reflection and understanding that it's not always about that the other person is not doing something right and they are not upcoming to your expectations. That's why you're feeling this way. But it's very important to also introspect and understand that, hey, when this situation occurred, is there something that I could have looked at differently, or is there something that I should have done something else, to get a different result? And that is one thing that we never focus on. So sit with yourself after a conflict, or if there's a particular relationship which is going haywire for a very long time, then spend some time at reflecting on what does it do to you, and where have you went, I wouldn't say wrong, but which are the areas where you could have done things differently to expect a different outcome. Because it's not always about the other person, right? Like I mentioned, mutuality, it's also about what are you giving in the relationship. And as much as we expect to receive, we also need to give. And please remember, relationships are not an equal of give and take. you know from some people you will get more, and to some people you will give more. But the cycle of universe is such that we give and receive as much as we need in that moment, and that is something we need to understand, so that we don't put all the expectations on one person. And this is another mistake that a lot of us end up doing, that because he or she is my romantic partner or my best friend, they need to fulfill all my needs. But that's unrealistic. That is us putting too much pressure on the other person, be it a partner or a best friend or a close family member. So we need to realize that one person cannot fulfill all our needs, and we need to have different support systems to fulfill our needs. And like our needs also get fulfilled by other people, and your set of friends also have other people whom they connect to. It's not only you, right? So please share your thoughts about this, your experience about this. Hit the subscribe button. We are waiting for your comments, and I hope this is really helping you guys. And we would love to answer any queries that you have, or any topics that you would want to understand more. Stay safe and take care of yourself. Bye bye.